You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
Well, last night was out of nowhere, and we talked a lot about a lot of things that are going on right now. And wrapping up the Sasha Banks stuff, now Ringside News and some other places are reporting that WWE has big plans for her to have some kind of big push starting at Money in the Bank. Perhaps Sasha Banks will go heel, and they will create this huge heel push with Sasha Banks. Perhaps we were all worked. I don't know. Maybe we're all being worked, and this is a big thing so there's real heat on her. I mean, Bayley got booed the other night. Maybe they think, well, now she'll really get booed because of this. And then on top of that, we'll add, her actually being a heel and maybe coming in on Money in the Bank. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it is a work, but I think it's something that could be turned into sort of a work a little bit. Like, not exactly outright said it was or outright said, kind of playing into it, but just slightly kind of transitioning a bit into what they're really going to do, which is bring back the boss from NXT. Bring back the heel Sasha character. I don't know if they can do that now, but maybe they can. And one of the reasons why they have trouble with that is because when Sasha was the champion in NXT, she was very strong. She was beating everybody. She had this confidence. She had this nasty talk. Great stuff in NXT from Sasha Banks. And now it's like she's competing with people who are like superheroes like Ronda Rousey. And she has seemed mid-card because of that. And then she loses her belts. Whenever she wins, she loses the belt within like 30 days. So she never gets any kind of run with any title. And that's one thing that people overlooked about this whole maybe rumored temper tantrum thing with Sasha Banks. Is that, every time she gets a title belt, it's like she just loses them right away. I think her tag belt run was her longest run. Actually, when I'm thinking about it, I think it really is. Last night on Out of Nowhere, we talked a lot about injuries, and there just are so many injuries right now. Daniel Bryan is injured. We don't know what the hell is wrong with Daniel Bryan. The Undertaker's over there, but he's not injured. He will be at the Saudi Arabia show, as we know. But, Sheamus is injured. We don't know what the injury is. And here's the thing that scares me about okay, so there's a lot of injuries right now. But Sheamus and Daniel Bryan's injuries are both kind of, no one's telling us what's going on here. They're both sort of undisclosed injuries. And if you guys remember a couple of years ago, we did videos on Sheamus having this spinal stenosis. And at that point, we really thought that, Sheamus' career was probably coming to an end. And then we talked about it. We did videos on it. Then he came back and started wrestling like nothing was wrong. And I remember people were like, wow, you guys were wrong on that. But we were not wrong. He really does have this spinal stenosis, this issue with his spine. And I think it's similar to what Stone Cold Steve Austin had. It's up in the neck area too. It's kind of like how Edge too. I think it's just the guy moves very well for his size and everything. It's kind of amazing how Sheamus moves around in the ring. You would think he would change his style. He really kind of hasn't, but he's impressive, man. But right now as a character and everything, he's okay. But yeah, so you're worried about what it is with Sheamus because they don't want to say, right? And Daniel Bryan, they don't want to say either. And he went home. Bryan went home right after WrestleMania, so you wonder if that's the neck or the back or what's going on there. Did he have some kind of seizure spasm or something afterwards? I don't know, and they won't tell anybody. So there's a lot of injuries right now, but those are the ones that are kind of making you go, what the hell? The Sasha Banks stuff is floating around everywhere. We talked about the whole Lana sex tape thing was stupid. I really didn't talk about it much last night because I just thought it was dumb. But basically, somebody hacked their account and put up porn on their account. So they didn't do it, but it wasn't their video. Somebody else put a video up, which is, I think, what we thought, originally. So That's not that shocking to me. What is interesting to me is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hulk Hogan is going to be on Booker T's podcast, his Hall of Fame podcast. So that's going to be good. That is going to be interesting. Now Booker T's kind of a fan. No, I don't know if saying he's a fan of Hogan is right, but Booker T's definitely come out and been like, he made a mistake and he made a mistake and basically, you gotta forgive people. That was I was Booker T turning into Stone Cold just now. Like, what was that? But no, Booker T, he's kind of already forgiven Hogan and all these things. So we'll see how good that is. I think Booker T is gonna do the whole help him along as a friend thing. Booker T worked with Hogan a lot in the past. So I think some people would like to hear more of a controversial or more of a maybe somebody who would maybe go at Hogan a little bit more. I don't know if Booker T will. Booker! But either way, I think that should be a good listen, so let's check it out. Sasha Banks, Bayley reportedly promised that they would defend their tag titles in Saudi Arabia. So that's another little rumor that's going around that's making people upset. And, of course, like I just said a minute ago about Sasha, another rumor is WWE discussing giving Sasha Banks huge win, which I think is after Money in the Bank, or a huge win after her return. So now it seems like Sasha is going to come back. It seemed like she was holding everybody hostage. They were throwing shade at her, and you couldn't figure out what was going on. But now they're saying, like, she could be given this big win. That's, here or there. Not a whole lot of sites talking about that. But, I don't know. Lars Sullivan says he will take a dump on Roman Reigns. Or no, Lars Sullivan says he will take a dump in Roman Reigns' yard. Oh my God, this is on Twitter. He's going to take a dump in Roman Reigns' yard. Lars Sullivan is hilarious on Twitter, by the way. He's really weird. Check him out on Twitter if you haven't. Oh my God, dude. WWE going after bootlegged merchandise. So look out, Mustang Man, with your... No, I'm just kidding. WWE was successful in getting an injunction order in U.S. court in New Jersey on April 15th to prevent people from distributing and selling counterfeit merchandise with any WWE trademarks over the next year. They also have the power to get local authorities to assist in confiscating those bootleg items if found being sold. Woof. I agree with that. If it's like blatant, like WWE ripoff stuff, But yeah, I guess you'll be able to. But Roman Reigns or Becky Lynch merch, But you could still make, I could make a T-shirt, right? And if I made a T-shirt that said, I want to hug the man, is that considered WWE merchandise? Can I say I want to hug the man and then have orange hair, covering the lettering, like it's the head, like it's the hair and the face is the lettering? I want to hug the man. Could I do that? Why couldn't I do that? But I don't know. I feel like there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. But if maybe they trademarked the man, so maybe you can't say the man even. But maybe you could say, I want to hug her. I don't even know. And I don't know why I keep making weird, creepy things about hugging shirts about hugging Becky Lynch either, but whatever, It is what it is. Shut up, don't ask me about it. So I'm not really sure exactly what that means either. But yeah, by the way, Jake is okay. A lot of people ask me, oh my God, is Jake okay? He is okay. It is exactly what I expected, which is that he had so many injections the other night that he fell asleep. He passed out from pain, basically, and then slept in a coma for 20 hours, which is what I would do if I got those type of injections as well. Ronda Rousey had her surgery. Michael Travis on Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, asked who else is out with, who are the people out with injuries? Well, we talked about Sheamus and Daniel Bryan and Rhea Ripley. Well, no, we didn't talk about Rhea Ripley, but she's out in NXT if you care. We talked about Nia Jax the other day, double ACL, which is just ridiculous. I mean, your career is over almost. Big E is out for months, so we won't see Big E for months. Won't see Nia Jax the rest of the year. Who knows how horrific she'll look after that. AJ has some kind of nagging hip injury or hip flexor or something like that. So it's going to be a little bit for him. Well, it could be a week or two for him. I don't know. He could be back next week. I don't know I don't know the extent of it. No one's really mentioned what it is. I think he probably has like a deep hip bruise. I would hope. If he has some kind of hip bruising, like he landed on the hip, it's really painful to kind of walk even. I mean, I almost think he would compete with a bruise. So I wonder what the hell else it could be. You know, it's got to be that, or they're watching it to see if it improves. And if it doesn't improve, that may be the type of thing where then they send you in for a look. And that's where things could go changing for AJ Styles there from okay, wait and see to bad. Things could get bad in that case. So, I don't know. Carmella tweets at Corey Graves asking for pictures from the gym. That's just weird. But that happened. He said, I joined a new gym today, so here's my tweet about it. That's why I joined gyms. Then Carmella said, pics or it didn't happen. I don't know why this is a story. I don't know why people are sending me this as a story. What are they? Because they tweeted each other or because they're flirting? I mean, who cares? What the hell does it matter? Let me know when they send each other their own private parts photos. Then maybe I'll get into it. But right now, I don't care about this. I don't care. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Naomi talked about replacing Sasha Banks on Raw. I mean, I don't care about that. Leo Rush posts cryptic video about losing track of who he is. Somebody sent that out. Let me go see if I can find this video. It's bizarre.
When I first started out in the WWE, I was undefeated. Untouchable. There wasn't a soul who can put out the man that was hot like a fire. But now, not so much. Maybe I was too ahead of myself. Maybe I was too cocky. Maybe I didn't take a second to listen to the people that were trying to tell me things that I needed to hear. Maybe I just lost track of who I truly am.
I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's saying that. I can't tell if he's saying. It sounds like he's saying that he found his way. So like as in he was kind of a dick back then, because we do remember he got in trouble for stuff back then. People didn't like him or whatever it was. So now he's saying maybe he figured it out. I think that's what he's saying. Or is he saying, I still don't know what's going on. I don't know. I really don't know what that means. What are you talking about, Leo? Leo recently explained why he doesn't do many meet and greets. It has nothing to do with his own decision. The latest video could also show that Leo Rush is seeking some sort of change for his character in WWE. Interesting. Leo Rush hasn't been given many wins. I mean, I think Leo is a proud independent wrestler. He wants to wrestle on his own. And, I'm sure he's surprised that he's a manager of somebody. And he's being used as kind of a utility guy and manager. But, to already be getting antsy about not wrestling the way you used to and, not being... It just sounds like a lot of people... they're full-time wrestlers. They see themselves as these full-time wrestlers, full-time athlete, all in, New Japan, Ring of Honor, I'm going to wrestle like crazy. And so when you get to WWE, sometimes they tell you, well, listen, how about you're an announcer? Or how about we'd like to have you be a character? Or how about, hey, we'd like to have you be a security guard? I mean, I guess a lot of people could easily say, hell yeah, I don't got to wrestle 30 minutes a night. Like, I can just go out there and basically grab a microphone, say some stuff, and be on TV. I could be an actor more than a wrestler, and I can make money more. You know, that's awesome. A lot of people sign me up. That's amazing. Great. I'm going to live a better life, too, if I don't have to wrestle every night like that. But then there's some people, I think, that realize, or they don't realize it until this happens, that, oh my God, I feel horrible. I'm a wrestler. And if I'm not wrestling, like, I'm upset. I think there are some people that really feel like that. I can tell you from my point of view that I've always felt that I want to be in wrestling. Like, I feel that. I just smell it. I feel it. I taste it. I know it. And it's commentary, it's entertainment. I feel it. Not so much an actor, but I feel that I want to make a crowd angry, or I want to describe matches to people to tell them the stories. I want to wrestle, as I have. I've wrestled in the ring before, but, you know, as a pro wrestler, and I was trained years and years ago. But obviously, I don't have the full-on passion that someone else does. I mean, I love wrestling. If you ask me, oh, we want to get in the ring tonight with some whatever and do something, yeah, of course I do. But again, I'm also willing to be the announcer, or to just cut a promo to make people mad, or to just be the commentary guy. That stuff makes me so happy. But you have to be on another level of loving wrestling, in the ring, wrestling only. You have to be on a crazy level. And that's why I think some people don't understand why some of these wrestlers get up all butthurt, or walk away, or get grumpy, or whatever it is, because they just love that so much that it overrides maybe the better decision financially, or the better decision as far as TV exposure or whatever, because they just love in between the ropes so much that, you know, Vince McMahon wanting them to be a Stardust, or a, you know, the Mr. Pooper character, you know, like they don't necessarily, that doesn't fulfill them. But there's other people it would fulfill. It would probably fulfill me, because I enjoy any type of entertainment like that. Because I am, while I love wrestling, I'm a step below someone passionate enough to go out and make $15 a night, getting brutalized for 5 years, losing your wife and kids maybe because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different vibe. And I suppose maybe that could be the territory that we're seeing Leo Rush go into. You know, I don't know. But that's it. That's all I got for right now, guys. More coming up later. I'll see you tonight on Thursday Night Throwdown on my other YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/corruptedpodcast. Go subscribe. We're almost at 10,000 subs on that channel, non-wrestling channel. And thanks to all the patrons. All the Patreon names have been updated. All the producers have been updated at $25 or more. You're down below. I gave out a lot of VIPs to the $10 patrons the other day for the Discord. If I haven't gotten to you, please message me. Let me know. Harass me, because I sent out a lot, and I'm assuming I missed a couple. So tonight is Thursday Night Throwdown. Tomorrow's Monetize This. Here's some other videos you guys might have missed that YouTube suppressed, or you missed, or whatever the case is. Feel free to binge these. Check them out. Leave some comments down below on them. And leave likes, share them all around. And let's go, man. We're hot fire right now. Let's keep it up. What do you think about Sasha Banks? Do you care? Do you hate her? Do you love her? I don't know. Goodbye.